So, Kat, I'm sure that educational gaming isn't, moving as ahead as fast as it can because of maybe old thinking or negative thinking around gaming as not being, I don't know what the negative side of it is. Maybe you can talk about some of the barriers that you encounter about putting these educational games into the world and what you're struggling with. And yeah, maybe you could talk a little bit about some of the barriers you're encountering.
Sure. Well, as you all know, education and that space is not always the most innovative place, right? There's a lot of barriers to making any kind of changes. And so that can be very difficult, especially in an industry like games that's always changing, right? It's always growing, it's always moving, 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 and education doesn't always intersect with it as well as it could. One of the first big obstacles that there was with educational games was this idea of the chocolate covered broccoli approach,
Hmm.
where instead of actually giving a really fun game that also teaches you, people would think, oh, if I just take this like really boring, kind of yucky textbook stuff and I just put some fun little mechanics on it, then it'll be fun and everybody's gonna love it. Like for example, like think of a game like Free Rice, right? It's a game that's out there, it's a vocabulary quiz basically, but there's some like points and mechanics that make people think, "Oh, this is cool, it's competitive, it's I get points and it's keeping me engaged." But the thing is that the rice part of it, like giving the rice away is really awesome, first of all. But on the other hand, it has nothing to do with vocabulary, right? So a better game might be one where you actually have to use a vocabulary in some really important context, and that helps you not only to learn the word, but then apply it in a realistic context. And what's really good at providing a realistic, authentic context? Gaming, right? So it didn't really fully use the benefits of games, and I think that the game education space has been kind of kept maybe from innovating because a lot of people think that just kind of plopping on fun on top of a boring thing could be fun, and it's actually not, right? The fun is actually getting to be the scientist. The fun is actually getting to go into history. The fun is actually getting to be a cat, like my cat that's sitting behind me, like actually getting to embody these things that we can't always access in our everyday life. Like we can't get to be the adult that makes the decisions. We don't have agency in our classroom, right? And if a game can allow us to work on really fun, complex problems, can allow us to engage with our peers in a really meaningful way, that's going to be fun, right? And so I think that finding ways to actually make games that are effective, but also engaging and fun and use all the benefits, the strengths of games, I think that's the big challenge moving forward.